Hello you guys, and welcome back to my channel, Travel Tales with Mom, where I'm going to give you some budget-friendly trips for traveling with a large family. My name is Emily and I have a family of 6, kids ranging in ages from 3 to 13, so there's a lot of juggling that we gotta do based on everybody's needs and everybody's interest. Whether your vacation is going to be a big family trip or if you just want to travel more with your family and you want to budget for some more mini trips, then we got some tips here for you. I've been traveling with my family for the past 13 years, and there's some ways that I've budgeted right and then some ways that I budgeted wrong, and I'm going to share that for you here today so that you can get out more with your family. Traveling for a whole year or just traveling in general can be such a dream come true for so many families, but without a proper budget it can easily turn into a financial nightmare. I know this because I have had to rebound myself multiple times from credit card debt from vacationing, but because I've gone through this and I now have had a solid year of not having credit card debt due to vacations, I got a really good plan for you, and I hope that these budget-friendly tips will help you out as well. First, you need to determine what kind of traveler you are. Are you somebody who likes to go to bougie places, likes to camp? Are you somebody who likes to RV? Are you somebody that just enjoys a nice relaxing beach vacation? These are really going to determine your budget. You're going to have like your luxury vacations, your mid-range vacations, and your budget vacations. Because I have a large family, I am a fan of the mid-size vacations and a budget vacation. We go on one mid-size vacation a year, and the rest of them are all budget-friendly mini trips. When you're trying to determine what place you want to visit, you're going to want to come up with the total amount. So add up everything that you're going to be paying for, travel expenses, any extra stuff that you're going to have to get for your vacation, lodging, theme park tickets if you're going to somewhere like Disney World. All these things can add up pretty quickly, and you're going to want to learn how you can minimize the cost on these, because a lot of things you're not going to want to just buy right out front. You are probably going to want to find out if there's cheaper ways that you can go about it. But figure out what your budget is first. Figure out what you want to do for the whole year with your family. For example, my family is going on one big vacation this year. Is going to be a week-long beach trip. We haven't been to the beach in a couple of years. We go every other year. But what's really nice about our beach vacation is that we are splitting a house with multiple people. So this also cuts down on the cost. And this is something else that you're going to want to determine if it's a right fit for you. If you're traveling with other people, it can help you save costs. You also want to make sure that you factor in food, because going out to eat, grocery shopping for your vacation can add up pretty quickly. If you don't already know the groceries and how much they are, especially if you have a big family, it's just double that on vacation. I don't know how, but it is. You're also going to want to take into consideration any activities that you're going to want to do. Again, if you're going somewhere like Disney World, these are going to add up over time. Once you have a budget for the year of all the trips that you want to go on and about how much they're going to cost, you're going to want to break it down to a monthly budget. This is something that I really struggled with. I was really heavy with the credit cards, and I just put every single travel expense on the credit cards for the past, I don't know, 10 years, and never really had full intentions on paying it off, which can definitely get you into some trouble if you do not create a monthly budget for your traveling. If traveling is really important to you, then it is important for you to cut those extra expenses out. We don't really eat out too much, maybe about once a month as a family. We don't do too much extracurricular outside things that are in our area. A lot of the time we just stay at home, we entertain ourselves, we go outside and play, we meet with family. All things that aren't going to charge us extra money out of our pocket and is going to save for our vacations, which is the real memories that we absolutely love to have with our kids. If you're looking for another way to add some extra cash flow for your vacation, maybe adding a side hustle, starting your own little business, which can be pretty initially expensive, but maybe doing some DoorDash, you could create stuff on Etsy. There are so many things that you can do extra to provide solely for your vacationing budget alone. I did say that I'm not a huge fan of credit cards, but I have used credit cards to utilize my family planning trips and budgeting, but I do pay them off with a monthly amount every single month to make sure that the vacation is completely paid off before we go on the vacation. This is where it really takes some willpower to pay that off, because if you're putting it on a credit card, it's easy to just let it sit there. The interest is going to build up, and it's just not something that you want to get in trouble with. So make sure you definitely have a monthly budget of ways that you're going to pay towards your vacation. You can even set up an automatic withdrawal from your account that goes to your credit card so that you know that you are paying it off every single month. Some ways that I like to budget and track my spending is in a Google Excel spreadsheet. This is a really great way for you to just get everything right in front of you, and you can easily go in and change it. I do like to write things down, but I feel like whenever I write stuff down, it just always gets lost somewhere in an abyss. I should just have one like strict notebook for that, but anyway. Now, as far as restricting your budget, if you are a big family and you like to get out and do activities, even if it's not something that requires you to travel, try to look into some free activities that are going to be in your area. Additional ways that I like to save money on traveling is, one of them is through the credit card. And even though you might not think that this is something that is a smart idea to do, initially I did not do well with this, but now as time has gone on, I have done better with it. Is I have gotten a credit card that is specifically for the places I like to travel to. I have a Disney credit card, and every time I use this, it racks up points. So then when we go back to Disney World, it can cover merchandise, it can cover dining, it can cover your theme park tickets, whatever you want to use it for. We have utilized a lot of free dining with these points at Disney World, and it has just been absolutely wonderful. If you're somebody who flies a lot, then you might want to consider getting a card with airline points where you can earn free airline. I only fly about twice a year. We do a lot of traveling by car and by our travel trailer, but it just really hasn't been something that I really have looked into considering yet, because we just don't fly that much. But if you are somebody who wants to fly a lot, then definitely look into getting a credit card that is going to give you those points. Also, if you're somebody who likes to camp, we are a big camping family. I think we have about, let me think, 8 camping trips planned this year. This saves us a ton of money, gets us out of the house. We absolutely love camping. Although I know that this is not for everybody. I know there's a lot of people that aren't campers. For our family, this has been a huge savings for us to be able to travel really often. Every time we book one of our campsites, we try to stay in the state camping areas that we live in. We're in Ohio, so every time we book in an Ohio state park, we do get rewards points, and the following year, we have about enough points for a day or two free of camping, which is a huge benefit. If you can find anything with reward systems that relate to your travel, definitely look into that, because it is going to help save money, and might as well. If you have something like a credit card and you've really nailed down budgeting a credit card, I know that it can get really tough to do, but you can also use some of your everyday expenses on those. Make sure you turn around and pay them off so that they add up to points towards your vacation. So for example, for our Disney credit card, you get 2% back on groceries. So we like to put our groceries on that card and then literally go home and put that money right on the credit card. But if you're somebody who does not want to do credit cards, doesn't want to mess with it, or if you've done credit cards and you can't do credit cards anymore, just pull out a monthly savings, because this is going to be something that is going to help you to travel in the long run. Even if you feel like right now you can only afford one mini vacation, maybe a weekend vacation this year, go ahead and set that budget until the time that you leave, so you know exactly how much you're going to need to save for that vacation, so you don't even have to worry about putting it on a credit card. If you are a family that loves to camp like our family, I recommend investing in an RV, travel trailer, something that you are going to get your use out of. We are on our 5th year of our travel trailer. It is pretty small. We have a family of 6. When we bought it, it was just a family of 4. We would love to upgrade, but it's not really in the budget right now. We had put some money back. We had put some money down on it years ago, and now we just make a small monthly payment. But if this is something that you really want to do, and if you want to travel a lot, camping is an absolute wonderful way that you can save money and travel at the same time. depending on where you're going to camp at, you can pretty much guarantee that you're going to be able to camp for the weekend for about under $100. Now there are some campsites that are way more expensive. I've seen ones that are like $300. These are more of your private campsites. But if you look into state campsites, these are much more affordable and they have beautiful amenities. So even if you just want to check out some state parks and camp, there's also some lodges or hotels that you can stay in all around your state or the states outside. Look at attractions that you might want to visit in those areas and then budget from there. So your 2025 travel year doesn't have to look like a week-long vacation every single month. You can take some mini vacations, which is what I love to do. We take mini vacations to Disney several times a year. Last year we did one whole week with our family of 6 at Disney, and it was expensive. Even though I try to budget the best I can, all 6 of us going to Disney, staying on property, going to all 4 parks was very pricey. I've absolutely fallen in love with mini vacations because this is different ways that I can plan trips for not all of my kids at once, but just some of my kids at once so that I can make them more intentional and more special for each kiddo, that I can plan their interests and likes around.